Hi everyone, I am CA Rishabh. Welcome to the first video of my Power BI beginner series. If you're just starting with Power BI, you're in the right place. By the end of this series, you'll feel confident building your own amazing dashboards. So, what is Power BI? Power BI is a powerful tool from Microsoft that turns boring spreadsheets into beautiful interactive dashboards and insights. It's like Excel, but on steroids. There are mainly two parts: Power BI Desktop, which is free for building reports, and Power BI Service for online sharing. In this video, we'll focus on Power BI Desktop. Let's talk about how we can download and install Power BI. You can download Power BI Desktop for free, either from the Microsoft Store or the official website. It's super easy to install. Let's jump right in. So, we just go to Google and write download Power BI Desktop, and it'll give us a Microsoft link. You just click over here and we are on the Microsoft page. Now we select the language and hit on download. We select the x64 version and it's easy. So it'll take some time to download as it's around 700 MBs, but once you are done, it would be super easy to install. Now I'm not installing it because I already have it installed. So this was one way wherein you can download it directly from the website. And here we have the Power BI. Yeah, but we can also download it from the Microsoft Store, and I would recommend you to download it from the Microsoft Store so that I think you'll be getting the updates more easily. So here you have it. Super easy, right? Cool. Now we just open Power BI and let's just see we can open a blank workbook. So this is the Power BI interface. We have the Home tab wherein we have a bunch of different options where we can import data from Excel or any other sources. Alright, so this is the report view. Here you'll have your graphs and chart and all the visualizations you can think of. We have the visualizations pane on the right side. We have different options. We have the data pane wherein when we upload the data, it'll show right on this side. We have the report view. This is the current view. Then we'll have a table view wherein the data would be shown in table, and here we have the model view. This basically shows the relationships which we'll cover in the later part of the video. Alright, so let's check out a sample data set that we have. We have a sales data in Excel. Now we have the data for 2023 as well as 2024. So we have the order ID, date, product ID, quantity, and sales amount. So this is for 2023. Similarly, we have it for 2024, the same data. And then we have a tab, product categories, wherein the product ID is linked to a specific product name and category. For example, laptop is on the electronics category, mouse and keyboard are accessories, and so on. Let's see how we can import this data into Power BI. So we'll click on Get Data from Excel Workbook, and then we're gonna navigate to our data. All right, it'll connect, and we'll have all the three sheets that we have in that sheet. Okay, yep. So we check all of those. You can do it individually, and then we hit on load. It'll take a few seconds, and then it will load the data. So we have the data over here, and on the right hand side you can see it on the data pane. All the three sheets have been imported. Now if you go to the report, if you go to the relationship view, we can see that Power BI has already established some relationships by finding the common thing between the three tables, and that is the product ID, because it has a one-to-many relationship. All right, so let's go ahead on Power Query. So when we click on transform data, it opens up the Power Query editor. In the Power Query editor, on the left hand side we see queries. Those are basically the tables. So we have sales of 2023 and sales of 2024. What we learn in this video is how to append and merge queries. On the right hand side we have the steps. So when you click on source, it shows the first step, wherein what's the source file. Then the second step would be navigation. It navigated to that particular table, that is sales 2023. Then it promoted headers. So the first row of our data was headers. So we have order ID, and then it changed type. So order ID as numbers, date as a date format, product ID as numbers, quantity as numbers, and sales amount as numbers. But what we'll do here is we'll change the order ID to text, because we don't need the order ID for any calculations or anything. And we can either replace the current step or we can add it as a new step. For now, I will add it as a new step so that I can tell you one more thing which you should pay attention to, is that you rename the steps. When you rename the steps, it is easier for you to look into it and understand when you come back, or if someone else takes on your project, it becomes easier. Now we are going to repeat the similar thing for 2024 data. Herein we'll just replace the step. Okay, so now we have our tables ready. Now it's time to join those tables. So how can we join it? We can join it by Append Queries. So you click on Append Queries, and here I'm creating Append as new, so that will create another fresh query. Okay, the first table is 2023, the second table is 2024. We just click on OK, and then we'll have our join table as appended. You can see on the left hand side we have that. Now the good practice would be to rename this as well. So I'll just put it as sales 2023 and 2024. Okay, it's 2003 and 4 I've written, but I think it works. So fine, yeah, no problem. So now we have the combined table. We just hit on close and load, and that will load the data. Now when we go to the table view, we will have that combined query wherein we have all the data from sales of 2023 and 24. So this is how we append queries, basically joining two tables. Now we will move on to merging this. So because since in the product category table, we have the product categories listed, we're again going to click on transform data, again going to come back to Power Query, and then we're going to merge queries this time. So I'm not going to be, this time I don't think we should merge it as new. So I'll just go to the table, I'll click on merge queries. I don't want to create a new query this time. Okay, now we select the two tables, and then what's the common link between the two? That is product ID. So I'll just go ahead and click upon product ID for the sales table as well as the product category, and then I just have to click OK. And now it has shown a table sort of a view. I mean, like this table. How we can adjust it is we just click here, and then yes, we remove the things we don't want. So product ID is already there. We just name the name. We just want the name and categories. We click OK, and there we have it. We have two tables merged, and this provides a complete information. We just hit close and load, and we'll be good. So now maybe we can start with our first visualization. So we can put out a column chart. Here is our column chart, and now we just need to drag and drop the data. So maybe we can start up with product categories. I'll just drag the product categories and then I'll drag it to the graph. But yes, we have our x-axis data, but we don't have a y-axis data yet. So we need to put something. So maybe quantity, summation of quantity, and there we go. Boom, we have our first visual ready. Now you can play around with these visuals, and you can make it a bar chart, you can make it a column chart, you can make it even a line chart if you prefer it so, and you can have all sorts of customization. Here is a pie chart. Right, you can create a table like this, and maybe I don't want quantity, I want the sales amount. So I can drag and drop the sales amount, and there we have it. I can remove the quantity by just clicking the cross over here, and maybe I want a bar chart showing the sales amount and as per the product categories. So there we go. It's that simple. That's it for today. There are more videos coming up. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon, and feel free to leave any questions in the comments. I'm here to help. Catch you in the next one. Bye bye.